Publishing.
Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show this Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, as we're all sitting around going, oh dear, I ate too much. We are thankful that you have joined us for today, taking time out from your busy holiday weekend. As our custom is on Fridays, we do want to list and thank our supporters that make the show possible. They include, starting with our premier supporters, the City of Owatonna, along with Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities, Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County, and the United Way of Steele County. Our primary supporters include Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Coda Living Community and Park Place Senior Living, along with the Little Theater of Owatonna. Lots of interlude supporters. They are Abraham Consulting Technologies, Brenda Bednar Mortgage, Glenn Megger and Tim Thomas of the Brick Megger Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home, Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Claire Bridge of Owatonna, Carlson and Branstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals. Also members of the interlude classification include Clencher and Sons Landscaping and Concrete, Napa Auto Service, along with the Owatonna Business Incubators, Perfinium Financial, R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, the Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. And as always, we are looking for more supporters of the show. If you are a business and would like more information about becoming an underwriter of this program, just contact Leanne Alt at 390-5751. We've got a very interesting show in store for you today. First of all, we're going to be talking with United Way people. The Otto Bremer Foundation made a generous contribution to them for a study group and for lots of things going on. We're going to find out where they are. We're going to talk about some of the strategic planning that they've been doing. And then in our second segment, Mike Johnson and Stormy Traum are going to be along talking about the holiday train and the beneficiary of the funds, which is the food shelf. And that's all when we come back after this break. So we hope you don't go away.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltfett of Horizon Eye Care Professionals, eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
We are back talking strategic planning now with Stan Groff and Susie Hoops. Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. Now, the United Way has been very busy as a result of the grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, and you are on the Strategic Planning Committee. First of all, why don't you tell our viewers just exactly what all that involves?
Well, Betty, we're right in the middle of what we call a strategic planning process, and these processes go on all the time in companies and governments and private not-for-profits, so nothing new there. This one, however, as the old saying goes, if you don't know where you're going, then any road will get you there. And so we wanted to, sometime last summer, last spring, whatever it was, we wanted to redo our strategic plan and think more deeply about where we wanted to go. So we were fortunate enough to secure a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation. So none of the United Way donated money that we get during campaign, which is also going on right now, goes toward this effort. That all goes to good works, charitable works. But the Bremer Foundation has funded us to go ahead with a long list of data gathering and public input of one kind or another.
Which you've been doing.
Which we've been doing right along now since again, earlier this summer. with a view towards figuring out where it is that we're headed.
Okay, so what is your particular function within this subcommittee?
So we're Stan and I were helping with some of the focus groups. We've had a CEO roundtable, which we did last week.
Okay.
There'll be a town hall meeting next, when's that, January?
In January, right?
In January. We
And
meet.
where's that
we
going
meet
to be
every
held
month.
at? You know? Has that been
I
decided
don't
yet?
think that's nailed down yet. We have to
Okay.
find a large enough venue. It could be the Four Seasons, but I don't want to start
right,
spreading stuff
Right.
that's not nailed down yet. We hired a firm using some of the Otto Bremer Foundation monies called Rainbow Research out of the Twin Cities, and they're really an experienced planning organization. That's all they do in lots of ways, and consultants. And they've managed to arrange all of the activities that we're involved in. What Susie and I do is advise them and our executive director, Evelina Giobi, in this process. And so, in so doing, they've done a deep dive literature review. They've given us lots of information in the literature.
And you have to sort through all that? And,
They do all that.
Okay.
They give us spreadsheets and information, and we're prepared to talk about some of the preliminary findings. But then we've also asked the community in lots of different ways, and you've got a list, Susie?
They've interviewed, many of the service providers, done focus groups with the. Did we even mention that we've decided the three main disparities are broken down into poverty and income, health, and education?
That's what we're focusing on, is
that's
those
what
three
we're focusing on.
areas.
Yeah.
Wish you could probably guess that, though, too, if you had to, couldn't you? I mean, that's probably some pretty major areas that I think we all experience from time to time that we can see in the community, but I probably didn't realize the numbers that were involved in each, I imagine.
That's right.
Right.
So now you've got all these papers here with all these highlighted stuff. Why don't you tell us what all information you need to pass along today?
I don't know. I mean, a couple of the statistics that stood out
These
to
are like preliminary findings.
right stood out to Stan and I especially. Let's see, what was that? 39%.
Oh, the number of free
39% of the children in the school district are on free lunch, the free lunch
that's
program.
free and reduced
Yeah.
meals. 39% of all kids
huge.
in
That
Steele
was
County
crazy.
schools. Now we're looking at Blooming Prairie, we're looking at Owatonna, and we're looking at Medford.
Right.
39% of kids are on free and reduced lunch, which just was a shocking number.
Yes, definitely. And now you've seen a lot of that, being with social services over the years.
Sure.
So for you to say it's shocking, then that's something really does need to be done.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we also have found out, not surprisingly, that about 10% of all people are on food stamps, what they used to call, it's called SNAP now, but
SNAP,
yep. So that means that a large number of families, particularly low-income families, are food insecure, is the term that they use.
Food insecure.
Yes.
It always amazes me the different terms they come up for normal things to make it sound.
What food insecure means is that the family is at risk for not knowing where one or more meals during the day is going to come from.
It's a good term. It does tell you that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so free and reduced meals in school is a very important service in order to help kids be at their best in terms of learning.
I also know there's been churches who stuff backpacks for particular kids for the weekend because they can't be sure that they're going to have, they're food insecure for the weekend.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, I
That's a
think
great service.
one of the things Rainbow pointed out or found interesting that our county has a higher than average median income and a lower than average unemployment rate. So the numbers were kind of high.
Right. And what
Really?
what that means is that even in the midst of relative affluence, higher than average median income, lower than statewide average unemployment, you have this intractable poverty problem. 10% of all families in Steele County fall below the poverty line, which is measured at $24,000 a year for a family of four or less. So poverty in the midst of relative affluence.
Right.
So what do we do about that?
Yes. So now, as far as strategic planning, do you have you rely on the information you get from that company? Have they collected it all, or are they going to do more? Is there more things that they need to collect, or is it all in and you just have to sort through all of it?
I think they're still collecting, and when all is said and done, the information from the CEO roundtable, the town hall meeting, which is where we'll get even more input from the general public. They've done surveys they've sent out in the mail. Then their final job will be to analyze all of the data and then come up with a plan, and maybe the point of United Way getting involved was to take, hopefully different agencies can work together to help come up.
Okay, so
Correct.
they do the planning then, so you just kind of in the background a little bit?
No, they'll be analyzing the data, presenting it to
and
the
then you do the
committee,
planning.
and then
We'll
we decide
all
what
plan
direction.
together.
Right.
Okay, so what do you foresee what's some planning? Give me a little rundown as to what kind of
Well,
planning?
here's the genius of this thing. If you think and know that somehow education, health issues, like 30% of Steele County kids and 30% of Steele County adults are obese, officially obese by body mass index.
25%. 25%.
25?
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
About a
large
third.
number. Very large number.
But right. So how does education relate to health issues, relate to income issues? And those are kind of three legs of the three-legged stool that we're looking at. And at some point, if we can bring them all together and think of ways of ameliorating some of these problems as we look at the big picture, that's what strategic planning is all about.
So you've got your challenges cut out for you.
Oh, yes.
Most definitely.
It's fun.
Most definitely. So
Interesting.
now, is there a end goal in mind, like a year from now, a year and a half from now, 9 months from now, to have this completed?
It's going to be completed in 2014.
Okay.
And
Sometime
once
next year.
Yes, and once we get sort of the board to adopt what it is that we think is our strategic plan for the next few years, then we will bend our efforts towards meeting that plan.
Good.
And so that's the capper. And we're committed to funding local charities. Don't anyone ever think that we are not in the process of helping out local charities and doing good works. However, we can get grants, we can convene community meetings, we can use our good offices.
You have lots of things that you do need to
that
do.
we can do that won't use money that we get during the campaign.
Unfortunately, we are out of time, but do come back and keep us updated on how things are going. And that does affect so many of us, and we do need to know. So thank you for coming in this day after Thanksgiving. So
Thank you.
Thank you,
we'll
Betty.
See you back in a few weeks. So we're going to take this break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking the holiday train and the food shelf.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Don't let the cold winter weather stop you from exercising. Keep up your fitness program at the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. We offer a variety of different membership packages available on daily, monthly, and yearly basis. We also have a variety of programs and services to help the newest of members get started and to help those who have been around for a while improve on what they are doing. The Tennis and Fitness Center participates in insurance reimbursement programs with a variety of different insurance providers that could make you eligible for up to $20 credit each month. For more information about the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center, call us at 444-4290.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, I am Dr. Amy Swain from Amy Swain Hearing Centers, and for more than 20 years I have been helping people hear better. It has been a very rewarding experience, but so many people put off getting help with their hearing. Clients often tell me they wish they had started wearing hearing aids sooner, as their quality of life was improved so much with better hearing. Call me today at 1-800-804-3361 for a free hearing test at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. That's 1-800-804-3361, where Dr. Amy Swain wants everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Have you talked to your teen about marijuana lately? Maybe you should. Regular marijuana use can sap a teen's motivation to learn. Users do not live up to their potential and drop out of positive activities. Marijuana affects memory and learning and stays in your system for weeks. Marijuana also affects judgment and perception. Reaction time when driving is reduced by 41% after smoking 1 joint and 63% after smoking 2, affecting the safety of your teen and other drivers on the road. You need to talk to your teen about the effects of marijuana use. It's not just a harmless high. For more information, please contact the Steele County Safe and Drug-Free Coalition.
We are back, and our guests
Hi.
now are Mike Johnson and Stormy Traum, and we're going to be talking about the Holiday Train making another appearance in Owatonna. This is the third time it's come back. It's come every other year, right? The third time, is that right?
This is the third time the train's been in Owatonna, and it's the 15th anniversary of the Canadian Pacific Holiday Train.
Okay, so what is it all about, and how did it all get started?
Well, it started by the railroad wanted to do an event to raise funds for local food shelves. And they have 2 trains, one in Canada and one in the United States. And they start in November, and they start touring the 2 countries, making stops along the way, and they make donations to the food shelves. And it's just a great program. And the attraction is there's 14 boxcars. They're lit up with holiday lighting. This year it's LED lighting, so it's a new package.
Oh, okay.
And then they have performers that there's a boxcar that converts to a stage. And this year they have Willie Porter and the Claytones are going to be singing holiday songs, and
Sounds
it's just a
50,
great
60-ish. You hear it say Claytones.
they're a fun family type rock and roll, and they do the music songs that are there, and it's just a great event. It's one of the things for me is to be able to go see something fun, a holiday event, but also you feel good about bringing food or a monetary donation to the food shelf. You feel good about the holidays when you do things like that.
Now, where's it going to be stopping at?
This will be stopping at 1145 Park Drive. It's the same place it's been the last 2 times. The stage will open to the north. We're probably going to have local performers starting at 5 o'clock. And then at 5:30, the train will come in, and the performance on the train will start about 5:45. It'll probably go for about an hour.
So you'll have to have some streets and that secured. And
We'll have parking from the stores across the road, the mall, Lowe's, Walmart, and those areas, and we'll have a shuttle bus that will be shuttling people from those parking areas to get them to the site. And we're lucky enough; we have a lot of people involved, and the bus company has helped us with the shuttle service and the buses.
Oh, wonderful!
So it's well organized, and you can get there, but arrive early because we're expecting a lot of people.
How did Owatonna get picked as one of the stops?
Well, it helps that Canadian Pacific, their railroad line goes right through Owatonna, but you also have to demonstrate the ability to support the event, and then you have to have a railroad stop that is conducive to having a public assembly area where, you have the footing and the area where, our spectators can stand. And we have one area that works really well for that.
What about, of course, it's outside, so people have to bundle up. There's not going to be any shelters.
Well, we want it to snow, and it's Minnesota. We want it to be.
Snow, if that's 25 degrees, if it's not blowing, that's very pleasant.
Well, we've done some planning for that, and we've learned this is the 3rd time we've done this event. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to have some burn barrels or fire pits there distributed throughout the area. So if you bring your kids and you're worried about them getting cold, they can go up to one of the burn pits and warm up.
Yes, and don't worry, there'll be lots of firemen there stationed, I'm sure. So that'll be under control. And now there is no admission, actually.
This is free. So,
But you asked that they bring an item for the food shelf, right? The food shelf is the recipients of any kind of proceeds.
Yeah, we're asking everybody to bring either a monetary donation or actually food. There'll be people there that can collect it. You'll see our big rehab trailer from the fire department there, and we'll make sure that that gets to the food shelf.
And Stormy, this must have been just quite must have been excited when you heard this was going to be happening the first time they did it. And it's every other year you get to take part in that.
Yes, everyone gets a real short notice of when it's going to happen, but we all got on board and get ready for it every year. Because it's not a guarantee, but so far so good. We've been able to see the train every other year, and really fortunate. And not only does the holiday train help by raising funds and food from our community, but they also give us a donation as well. So last time we received $2,000 check from the Canadian Pacific. So it's just a great holiday event. Yes. Anyone can come to it. It's nice if you bring food and or cash and donate it, but we just want the community to all gather there and just experience this really fun time.
The cash for the food shelf can make the dollar go further.
Right. We shop at the Channel 1 Food Bank in Rochester, so I'm able to buy food at 8 cents to 18 cents a pound. And that's because companies have donated to the Channel 1 Food Bank, and that's where we shop at it. And that's handling costs mostly, or the USDA commodities. So as many people as we're serving, we need to get the dollar donations in so we can continue to do this.
Do you find that during the holiday seasons, are donations down or up? Because usage is probably up.
Actually, we're seeing about 600, last month actually it's 643 households. So no, it's not real seasonal, but there's a lot more stress during the holidays and people wanting to be able to have a celebration with their children and families. So we like to keep some of the holiday foods on hand. Donations of turkeys are great. We have cranberries and corn and potatoes and a lot of different, all the fixins for a dinner. So it's really important, but it's important year-round.
It is year-round, but this is something about the holidays, I think, that people's hearts just go out to more people during that time.
Right.
And there's also people that adopt families, too, which, definitely helps probably alleviate some kind of a burden that might be on the food shelf altogether. Now, for somebody who probably is just tuning us in and is just learning about this, how can they get more information about the food shelf?
About the food shelf, they can go online. We have a website, it's steelecountyfoodshelf.org, or they can stop in and see us at 155 Oakdale, or call us. Our number is 455-2991.
Mike, I do need to ask you, how is it? Is it the fire department or police departments in every town stop by that help, or how is it that that you in particular were asked, or your department was asked, compared to a company?
Well, we were asked to help find a site originally, and I volunteered. One of the things with the fire service and the police department, we're real involved in the community events, so it's important to us. This train has raised over 3 million pounds of food and $7.4 million in dollars across the United States and Canada. And when
in the 15 years they've been doing this.
And how that works is you need volunteers and you need your public safety to help make it work. But the most important thing we need is to challenge people to think about this and help our community. And do what you can. Come and enjoy the event, but bring some food, bring some money, make that donation to the food shelf.
Can you bring your lawn chairs?
You probably won't want to bring your lawn chair because it gets crowded. But we'll have areas for people to go. We will have a handicap lot for people that need to get in closer to the event. And
do you have any idea about how many people have been attending this?
We think it'll be around 2,000 people.
Honestly?
That'll be there.
That many?
So.
Well, and that, once again, now for someone who's probably just joined us and just got the tail end of it, and they want to see the train, it's going to be where and when?
It'll be December 6th. And the train will come in at 5:30, and that would be 1145 Park Drive is where the train will be.
What buildings is that by, Mike?
It's by Winger, by the bus company.
By the bus company,
in that area.
In between the two.
Great, great. and bring some non-perishable food items.
And the boxcar for the entertainment will be opening on the north side.
The north side, okay.
Yeah,
and lots of local entertainment as well. So hopefully the weather will be cooperative and have a beautiful time. We wish you great success.
Thank you.
Yep, and if anybody wants to see the train, the Canadian Pacific has a website, and they also have a Facebook site that has video clips, or you can go on YouTube, and you can see train events throughout the country and in Canada also.
Sounds wonderful. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks for having us.
We do have some announcements we want to pass along, and we'll do that right after we take this one last break. So please stay with us.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
United Way of Steele County is all about a safety net in times of crisis.
A strong, safe, healthy community.
Advancing the common good.
Supporting all people in times of need.
Families have financial stability and independence.
Improving the health of community members.
Please join us and all Jostens employees by giving generously, advocating for a better quality of life, and volunteering your time to a partner agency. We all win when we
live united.
We've been talking about the holiday train, and now we're going to pass on some information about hometown holidays. Starting on Friday, December 6th, the retailers will be extending their store hours for your convenience to do your holiday shopping. You can visit the holiday decorated Christmas in the Village at the Steele County Historical Society from 4:30 until 8:30, and also on the 6th, that's when the train comes rolling on through. You don't want to miss that. The next day, on December 7th, the Hometown Holiday Breakfast will take place, and that's sponsored by the Owatonna Area Chamber of Commerce and Tourism's Promotion Committee at the VFW Club from 8 until 11. You are, again, asked to bring an unwrapped gift or a cash donation for Toys for Tots, and you'll receive a free picture with Santa during the pancake breakfast. Tickets are $5 in advance, $6 at the door, and tickets may be purchased at Central Park Coffee, the Owatonna Chamber, Kotke Jewelers, and the Owatonna People's Press. Children 5 and under are free. Also on Saturday, the Christmas in the Village continues, and an orphanage Christmas at the State School Orphanage Museum will take place from 1 until 3. And it continues on Sunday, December 8th. The Historical Holiday House Tour from 12 until 5 will take place. Tickets are $10 in advance at Kotke Jewelers or at the Steele County Historical Society office. Lots of things going on for the holidays. We thank you for taking time out from your busy holiday week to join us. We hope that you'll come back on Monday when we're going to continue talking Christmas. Sandy Jurley with the Shop for Santa will be along, and then Laura Ressler is going to be telling us about everything you can see at the Village of Yesteryear during the Christmas in the Village at the Historical Society. So we hope you'll tune in on Monday. In the meantime, have a great weekend and get out there and shop, shop, shop. Shop Owatonna. For Leanne Alt, I'm Betty Johnson. This has been the Owatonna Today Show.